only is he going to start growing his savings, but he's going to be able to use it to purchase this home. Now, there's going to be some really deep things coming out here, and that's why I'm going to go super slow, elementary style. Teach it to me like I'm 5. That's how I live. That's the way I have to be taught, and that's the way I teach on this channel. So now let's talk about, instead of, which don't get me wrong, I would still get the line of credit. I'm always going to have a line of credit on my home. Why? Because if I have a line of credit open and available to me, if I find another property that I want to purchase, then guess what? I get to write a check. I don't have to go get a mortgage. So if you have a home, you may want to consider opening up the line of credit if you have not already. Okay, we talked about that a little bit in last night's live on what that looks like to get the equity out of your home. So definitely go back and check that out. We've got somebody that has a first lien HELOC. Good for you. I hope it's working wonders for you. But I want to talk a little bit today about the IBC. Okay, so I have people all the time, every call nearly. Hey, I have some savings in the bank. What would you do with it? Well, I used to say, well, if you have debt, then let's see if your savings is drawing as much interest in your savings as you're paying out in debt. Okay, so this is simple, guys, so hold on. If I have $5,000 in savings, okay, and it's sitting here, and then I have credit card number 1 that has a $2,500 balance on it, and I'm paying $200 a month, and it's at 25%. And then I have credit card number 2, and it has $750 on it, and I'm paying $50 a month, and it's 29.99%. And then I have credit card number 3, and it has $1,000 balance on it. I pay $100 a month, and then let's say it's got a 21% interest rate. So if I have this debt over here, I always look at that debt compared to the savings, and then we talk. So if I have somebody that comes to me and they've got credit card debt, so this is $2,500, $750, and $1,000. So $4,250 is the amount of debt they have. They're paying $350 a month in payments, and then their interest. So if you were with me last night, you watched how we calculate the interest on these credit cards. So for $2,500 times 25% divided by 12, it tells me that they are paying $52 per month approximately in interest on this one card. Okay, and then for the $750 at 29.99%, they're paying $18.74 in interest per month. And then the 1,000 at 21%, $17.50 in interest per month. Okay, so $4,250. They're paying out $52 on one, $17.50 on the other, and $18.74 on the last one, which means they're paying interest of about $89 per month. So my question is if you have savings sitting in the bank over here, and then you have debt that's gaining $89 per month in interest, when you ask the question, what should I do with my savings? You might want to ask yourself, is my savings gaining $89 per month in interest every month? Is it gaining 89? If it is, then you're breaking even, okay? Because you're paying it out over here, but you're gaining it over here. But what if you're doing if you got this in a savings account at the bank, you might be drawing 0.0125%. The banks don't pay much when you have savings sitting in their savings account, do they? So if you think you're saving money, but yet you're paying interest, you're losing. This isn't a positive. You're losing $89 a month, even though you don't see it coming off of your savings balance. You're paying it out of your income into here. So totally, common sense says, well, I would want to pay off my debt, but there may be a better way. That's where the infinite banking concept comes into play. So let's watch this for a second.